Hey, what's going on, Geminis? Butch here. I'm going to do your 1 week read. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. I'm going to be using the Tattooed Tarot. This is just a different form of it. I know I have this other one too that I usually use, but this is just a different take on it. So with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Geminis? What message do we have for Gemini's universe? What is coming in for Geminis? All right, Geminis. So the first thing I see, Geminis, I feel like this is someone that you already are dealing with. I feel like lately there's been some chaotic energy with this person. You know, I feel like, I mean, to be honest with you, I feel like you get the sense that they're hiding something from you, and I feel like they are hiding something from you. But I don't think it's what you think it may be. You know, I just get a sense of this person is holding back, putting themselves in this self-imposed prison. And I feel like it's been causing some distance between you and your person. I feel like the reason why, it may surprise you, but I get the sense that you think it's because they don't know what they want. Or maybe they're not into it anymore. Or maybe, you know, they're feeling a different way about you, but that's not what it is. You know, feeling like, I mean, it's a lack of communication that's really causing you to overthink the shit out of this. I mean, we have the Four of Swords and we have the Eight of Wands in reverse. The Four of Swords, you know, overthinking it. I know, Geminis, I love you all. You do have a tendency overthinking, especially when somebody's not communicating with you. And I feel like this person isn't being clear about what's going on in their head. And it's kind of forcing your hand into coming up with the idea yourself, wondering why they're being the way they are. I see this person in the hermit mode. You know, I feel like they're keeping to themselves. And I feel like what's going on with this person, like I said, I feel like it's going to surprise you. I feel like this person's feeling out of balance with that Temperance card in reverse. And what's causing this out of balance feeling is I feel like it's stability. You know, I feel like this person is thinking about stability, thinking about their job, thinking about their career, thinking about their money in general. I feel like things aren't really going well for this person right now. Like, I feel like they took a bit of a hit and they're in their head about it. You know, they're not feeling confident. We got that Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like this person, it's almost like a pride thing. They don't want to tell you that they're failing. I don't think they are failing. I think they're overthinking the shit out of this as well. Sleepless nights, that anxiety, keeping them up. I mean, I feel like things aren't going the way they planned. And it's like they don't want to tell you about it because they're afraid that you may leave them. You may not want them anymore. I feel like this person has a very, very dismal look on how much you truly care about this person. You know, I mean, they're feeling like I mean, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. They're feeling like they can't keep up. You know, I feel like this person has always been on top of their shit. And right now, they're just going through a lot of changes. You know, we have that Six of Wands, those big changes coming up for this person. You know, they may be shifting from job to job, or maybe taking a pay cut instead of the pay raise that they were expecting. You know, so many different things, but I do feel like it has to do with stability. It has to do with some kind of monetary thing. I feel like they took a big hit, and they don't want to tell you that, because it, like I said, it's the fear that you may not want them. It's the fear that they may not, you know, they may not want to swallow their pride and just admit that, you know, they're not always winning. You know, but like I said, you know, that chaos that this is causing, and that in and out energy, and that feeling like you're hiding something from me. I'm telling you, the worst thing you can do for all you cross watchers, for all the people that are with Geminis, don't keep them in the dark. They need to know. They want to know. And if they don't know, sometimes it has a tendency of they come up with they come up with what's going on in their own head, because you're leaving them with no other choice. But like I said, I mean, this person's, they love you. They're not walking away from this. They're not trying to walk away from this. They're trying to keep you from walking away from this. I feel like it was a very rash decision, very spontaneous to keep you out of the loop here. And I feel like after they made the choice, they couldn't go back on it, because they didn't want to, you know, they didn't want to look like a liar, or they didn't want to look like they were flip-flopping. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like with this person, you know, I feel like you're both on the same page. You both want this. You both want that forward movement. You know, we have that Four of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles, being on the same page, building that foundation. I just feel like this person hit a bit of a hiccup, and they're kind of, like I said, they're not telling you about it. I feel like they're omitting it, you know, and I feel like that hot and cold energy with this person feeling like they may be a little bit distant lately, causing a little chaos in your relationship. You know, it's not because they don't want to be with you. I feel like this person lacks trust in the connection. You know, we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person doesn't really know what they have. You know, they're not trusting their intuition. I feel like their intuition I feel like their intuition clearly wants them to tell you, but they're not listening with that High Priestess in reverse. But I mean, like I said, I mean, this person, in their mind, they're doing it for both of you. You know, they're thinking about you and only you. They're not thinking about anybody else. There's nobody else they want to be with. I mean, I feel like you have a tight connection with this person. And we have the Two and the Three of Cups. You know, I feel like you have a strong friendship. It's not just the emotional, you know, and the physical. I mean, I feel like you have a strong mental connection with each other. I feel like you have a great friendship. And I feel like you have a really strong bond. But they, like I said, I feel like this is the first time they've really ever dealt with this kind of thing, and it's kind of overwhelming for them, and it's almost like they think it's better to deal with it in their own head rather than, you know, put that shit on you. Even if they can't, another point that I want to make to anybody that's with the Gemini, even if they can't help, just let them know. Fill them in. Put them in the loop. You know, and your partner's your partner, and your partner doesn't want to be left in the dark when important things happen. Someone that really wants you, loves you, and cares about you isn't going to leave you because you have a hiccup in life. Because I don't feel like this is a long-term thing. I feel like it's more or less to be honest with you, what I'm seeing here is I don't even feel like it's a big thing. I feel like this person is overthinking the shit out of this. They're putting a lot more into this than it is. And I feel like it may be something coming that they're worried about. Maybe that promotion that they're talking themselves out of, thinking they won't get it, thinking they may have to change jobs, thinking that they may owe money or some sort of thing. I just feel like they're definitely thinking about that. But I feel like as it turns out as it is for you two, they're still on the same page. They still want you as much as they did before. I just feel like they still gotta get that trust. They gotta be able to trust you and open up to you. There is that internal struggle within this person. I mean, they want to tell you, and I do see that finally, they're just looking at the negatives instead of the positives. They're looking at the worst possible scenario, what could happen if they told you. But I do see them coming clean, and I feel like that's the first step of healing this connection. Once you realize that it's not you, it's not how they feel about you that's pushing them away, and it has nothing to do with you really at all. And I feel like we'll be able to nurture this connection and really get it back on track once they open up and be honest with you. And I feel like it is coming. I feel like it got to a point where they understand that they're pushing you, that you feel pushed away. But it's not you. Like I said, I feel like this person is the same person. They have the same, they want to be with you. They're just not feeling like that King of Pentacles. They're not feeling confident right now, and it's almost like they feel like you're only with them because of the confidence. A true connection isn't based on that shit. It's a very narrow way of thinking. But like I said, for everybody out there that this resonates with, that's with a Gemini, open your damn mouth. Geminis are pretty damn smart, so they might even be able to talk, and they're talkers, they're the communicators of the zodiac. But you gotta be honest. They can help you more than you think they can, and if not anything else, at least getting it off your chest with the person that you care about. But like I said, I do feel like this person, they're picking up what they're laying down. Those changes they're going through. I feel like this person is going to open up to you. I feel like it is going to eat away at them to the point where they got to open up. And I feel like it's going to come out very blunt and very direct, but it's going to be, like I said, it's a place where we can move on from this. And it's going to, answer some questions that you have about how they're feeling and what's going on in their head. But like I said, I just see that you're overthinking this. You're thinking it has something to do with you when it really doesn't. To the extent of, it's not that they don't want to be with you at all. That's the opposite of what they're thinking. And it's not the fact that they don't care about you or love you. It's the fact that they're afraid of failing you. You want to fail a Gemini, cut them off. Stop talking to them. Block them out. That's the only way you're going to really fail a Gemini. When a Gemini picks you, you're special. These little minor hiccups in life aren't gonna veer them away. But like I said, if you want to piss a Gemini off, you want to get them in a bad place, cut off communication. And I mean that in the most sarcastic way, because that is the worst thing you could do. Don't leave them out of the loop. Even, like I said, even if they can't help you, if they truly care about you, which I feel like they do, they're going to be there for you. They're going to be there to help. Two heads are better than one, they say. But like I said, I do feel like this is going to get better, and I feel like it's gonna come as a surprise what's really going on in their head. But it's not you, it's them. That sounds like a bad breakup. Now with this person, we have Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. We have Gemini, Aquarius, We have Aries and Sagittarius, Pisces and Scorpio. Yeah. I learned that lesson. You're not the first person. It's hard when you get with someone. It's hard when you get with someone, especially when you're doing good in life and you get with somebody. And then some kind of hiccup happens where you're not doing so good. You're thinking, that's a trust issue and it's on them. 100%. Because it was on me when I did it. Actually I did it with a Gemini. Rose, my partner. Early on in our relationship, I was doing, when we first met, I was spoiling her. I was taking her out. I was, I was making money, real good money. I was working on the oil rigs. And in the oil rig business in northern Alberta where I was working, in the summer it gets really slow. So I've been spoiling her all winter. And we got to summer and, it got slow and I wasn't making as much money. And I got it in my head that if I couldn't keep up with this, that she was going to leave me. I felt like it was one of those things where she's with me for the money. Now, that was just my narrow overthinking because 15 years later, we're still together. So it wasn't the money. But that's the thing I had in my head. So instead of telling her and being honest up front, I just didn't tell her. And I dipped into my savings. But if I was just honest, I would have saved some money. Yeah, she likes to do nice things, but when I did finally tell her, she said, I like to do nice things and I like you doing nice things for me, but I don't need it. I want to be with you. But it's 15 years ago. I've grown a lot since then, okay? I'm sorry. But sometimes you get that in your head, especially when I was just talking to her sister today and she had mentioned how she was going on a date and she told the guy she didn't want anything fancy. They didn't have to go anywhere fancy. They just go out to eat somewhere. And I was like, it's so funny how a lot of first dates start off fancy. And it's fine if you can keep up with that. But if you can't, don't make the first date the best date. I mean, you want to make a good impression on the first date, but you don't want it to be the, something you can never keep up with again. If you want to treat your partner, you want to spoil them, that's fine. That's up to you. But only if you can afford to. Because if you get your partner used to a certain lifestyle, it's going to be different when you take that away. Be real. In my opinion, the most attractive thing to a Gemini is being real. Anyway, that's what I got for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.